guys, so I'm gonna start off by taking this got to be glued gel, and I'm just gonna be gelling my edges back just to like get them out of the way before I lay the cap down.
Tell a lot them nigga waka, tell a lot them nigga scatter. See that girl over there? She only want me for one reason. She don't wanna prove it. Everything you believe it. You be the only one for me. I don't want nothing less for sure. They only feel me cause I'm truthful. She feeling me cause I'm crazy.
As you can see, I take my time when I'm doing this because I want to make sure my edges are as smooth as possible, so I don't have any any little pieces of my hair snagging away at the cap, like when the wig moves, or like I don't know how to explain it, but I try to make it as smooth as possible. So now that I'm done smoothing that down, I'm gonna pull the cap over to like midway to my forehead, and then I'm gonna take that same got to be glued gel and I'm gonna put it around the front of the cap to lay it down. As you can see, I'm applying the gel in sections, and I'm trying to make sure it's as smooth as possible because I don't want you to be able to tell where the cap ends and where my skin begins. That's the whole point of the cap, to make it look like a bald cap. So I'm just smoothing it out. You want to make sure you smooth it out. You don't have to use the end of a rat tail comb. You can use anything. Just make sure that it's smooth and it's laying flat. Now that the gel has dried, I'm just going to cut around the front of the cap. I'm going to cut all the excess cap off because we don't need that anymore. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut it. So now that I've cut off all of the excess cap, it's still kind of like fuzzy around the front, and you don't want that. You want it to be really flat like skin. So I'm gonna go back in with some of the gel in the end of my rat tail comb and smooth the edges down so it can be flat.
Tell a lot them nigga waka, tell a lot them nigga scatter. See that girl over there? She only want me for one reason. She don't wanna prove it. Everything you believe it. You be the only one for me. I don't want nothing less for sure. They only feel me cause I'm truthful. She feeling me cause I'm crazy.
Now that the gel is dried, I'm going to take some alcohol and I'm just going to wipe all of the excess dry gel off because you don't want it to be like a cast when you do apply the lace. So you need to wipe that off with some alcohol. Now that we've cleaned all the gel off, I'm just gonna start applying my lace. I'm gonna take my ghost bond and I'm gonna do this section by section, and I'm just gonna apply a couple of dots and smooth it out with the end of the rat tail comb and wait for it to get tacky and dry. It doesn't take really long for the glue to dry. The way I know that it's dry is when it's clear, so you want to wait for it to get clear, and then once it's clear, I'm going to apply another layer and do the same thing, wait for it to dry. I'm only going to be applying 2 layers. Sometimes I'll do 3, but for the sake of the video, I'm only going to do 2. And now that it's dry, I'm just going to apply the lace down in that area. And I'm using my nail to like kind of poke it down and make sure it's pressed down. I'm just going to use my nail to do that. Now that area is down, I'm gonna go down further by my ear, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. I'm just repeating the same process throughout my whole hairline. I'm just gonna put a couple of dots and smooth it out with my rat tail comb and wait for it to dry and add another layer and then press the lace down.
I'ma get my meal. Baby, while you shop me, you need family. Is it not true that I do this for the way you do this thing for me? I'ma get my body, about the things that they talk about. Tell a lot of them they can walk out. Yeah, tell a lot of them they can scatter. Yeah, see that girl over there? She only want me for one reason. She don't wanna truth it. Everything about it. You be the only one for me. I don't want nothing less for sure. They only feel me cause I'm truthful. Yeah, she feeling me cause I'm wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. Yeah, wheezy. Yeah, she feeling me cause I'm wheezy. Yeah. Feeling me cause I'm wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. So wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. Yeah, feeling me cause I'm wheezy. You think I be Uber driver cause I got the way. Better not confuse the things that I'm about to say. You better know what you want when you come my way. I really don't got that much time for me to wait. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. So wheezy. How you do it, so wheezy. Yeah, wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. Feeling me cause I'm, oh baby, oh lately. I've been moving all around, yeah. Come and let me tell you something about myself, yeah. And I don't wanna lose it all tonight. I don't wanna be caught in between the show. Oh yeah, she feeling me cause I'm wheezy. I don't wanna be caught in a bitch. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy. Oh lately. You think I be Uber driver cause I got the way. You better not confuse the things that I'm about to say. You better know what you like when you need them. Yeah. It's
So now that I'm at the end of my hairline around my ear, I'm just going to do the same thing that I've been doing the whole time, adding a couple of dots of the glue and then smoothing it out and letting it dry, and then I'm going to add another layer of the glue, do the same process, and then I'm going to lay the lace down. You want to make sure you lay the lace a little bit above the glue and then push the lace down.
See that girl over there? She only want me for one reason. She don't wanna prove it. Everything about it. You be the only one for me. I don't want nothing less for sure. They only feel me cause I'm truthful. Yeah, she feeling me cause I'm wheezy. She feeling me cause I'm wheezy.
Now I'm just going to take some of the cream of nature, the wrapping foam, just to lay down like the flyaway hairs. I'm just going to put that on like the front of the frontal. And then I'm going to go back in with some got-to-be glue gel, and I'm going to lay some baby hairs down.
Driver, cause I got the way. Better not confuse the things that I'm about to say. You better know what you want when you come my way. I really don't got that much time for you.
You want to make sure you tie your lace down, because the more you tie it down, the flatter it looks to me. So whether you tie it down for 5 minutes after you do it, or when you go to bed at night, the flatter it is, the more you tie it down. And this is the final look of how it looks great. I'm also going to be showing you guys how I got it to get curly. I just took my spray bottle with water and a little bit of conditioner in it, and I sprayed the hair and I scrunched the hair. And I used some of the cream of nature wrapping foam also, and I just scrunched that in the hair, and I'm just taking piece by piece, running my fingers through it and making sure it's like drenched in the hair to make it give it like a little bit of curl, so it's not like a really curly hair in its natural state. So I'm just scrunching it to kind of like give it a curl, to force it a curl. And this is how I got the curly wet look. I think the cream of nature, the foaming wrap, gave it that like wet look. So yeah, that's a really nice wrap, and it gives it like a shine, and it also smells really good. So you guys should try it.
Is it not you that I do this for?
And this is the final look, how it looks curly. I really like it curly. I don't know. You guys tell me if you like it curly or straight. But thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you can get notifications every time I post a video. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in my next video.